The girl carried a sack of plastic bottles to the recycling station every day, but the owner always looked at her with disgust. He kept muttering about his bad luck, saying bumping into a beggar first thing in the morning was a curse. But the girl ignored his words, instead politely asked him how much her bottles were worth today. The owner tossed the sack onto the scale, and while she wasn't looking, he pulled out a remote to rig the weight. But after seeing the number, he stuffed $20 into her hand. The girl beamed with joy and turned to leave, but the owner stopped her. He tossed her a bag of old clothes, saying they were just some second-hand pieces he had collected. His kind gesture angered his wife, until he asked her to look outside. There stood the girl's mentally impaired father, and despite her young age, the girl had taken on all the burdens of survival just to get him treatment. What touched the wife most was when the girl knelt before them, bowing deeply in gratitude. She knew the owner had been secretly helping her all along. Not long after, the girl's father suddenly collapsed. The couple rushed to get a cart and took him to the hospital. Doctors said his brainstem was severely damaged, and he needed emergency surgery, but the treatment would cost $200,000. The doctor, though sympathetic, could do nothing. Just as the girl fell into despair, the owner handed her all his savings, urging her not to give up. Encouraged by the couple, the girl hung a cardboard sign around her neck and ran through the hospital, begging each ward for help. But everyone shut their doors coldly in her face. This was when a female CEO visiting her own father noticed her. The CEO found the girl strangely familiar and had her assistant hand the girl a stack of cash. She gently reminded the girl that asking for money in the hospital was not appropriate. The girl gratefully nodded, not knowing the woman in front of her was her long-lost mother. 5 years ago, the CEO hid her identity to be with the girl's father. Despite her wealthy father's objections, she insisted on staying with him. They thought they would live happily ever after, but on the day their daughter was to be born, the CEO suffered from an amniotic embolism. The hospital's equipment wasn't advanced enough, and she needed to be transferred. The girl's father, a construction worker, was unable to afford the cost. Luckily, the CEO's father arrived in time and called in top doctors to save her life, but the daily expenses were enormous. The girl's father begged for help, only to be threatened. The CEO's father demanded he leave his daughter, or he would not allow the operation. For her safety, he agreed through tears. Their daughter was born safely, but her grandfather said their bloodline didn't need someone from the bottom. He took the baby away and told the CEO the child had died at birth, thinking this would end things. He didn't expect the CEO to sneak away during recovery to find the girl's father. She swore she would never marry anyone else and rushed forward to embrace him, but the man accidentally stepped off the edge of a construction platform and fell into a coma. The CEO collapsed as well. To completely sever her feelings, her father told her he had died. She went home, took over the family business, and rejected all marriage arrangements. Her grief drove her father to a heart attack, and she never saw the man she loved again. After making sure her father was okay, she left the hospital, but accidentally dropped the ring the man had once given her. Her father picked it up and gave it to the girl begging outside. Soon the CEO realized her ring was missing and rushed back to the hospital. When she saw it in the girl's hand, she assumed the girl had stolen it. She demanded the ring back. The girl hurried to explain, saying an old man had given it to her. Though the CEO didn't believe it, she still tried to buy it.